Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a mysterious time of what is up, folks? I got to shout out first of all Miss Jane Robertson Bloom. Her name is in the channel in its completion, so I don't have to worry about doxing her or anything. She sent me a story a while ago about a woman who poisoned her friend with fucking eye drops. Right? With eye drops. That's just, anyways, I mean, that's crazy. Whenever you hear a plot to take somebody out, you always think about the hitman. You probably think about maybe the poisoning their food. You know, throw a little antifreeze in their, throw a little antifreeze in the lemonade. It's all good, right? Nah, this woman took it another step further. She went and found some eye drops and did some shit with them. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just know it's eye drops and poisoning. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Everybody shout out Jane Robertson Bloom because she sent some. She always sending fire to my Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get straight into this. This is the interrogation of Miss Jessy Kurczewski. Let me hold on. Am I saying that right? Jessy Kurczewski. Okay, you get it. She has one of those ski names. Let's go. Let's go.
Gentlemen of the jury, you are about to hear and view an audiovisual recording. Recordings are proper evidence, and you may consider them just as any other evidence. Listen carefully. Some parts may be hard to understand.
First of all, we need to shout out Judge Jennifer Darrow, back out here again, not dealing with any Daryl Brooks, just having a wonderful Monday, a wonderful Tuesday, whatever day she's having, no irate crazy man yelling at her. Let's go.
Aaron, this is Jessy and her mother. I'm sorry. I
Hello.
Jenny, right?
Hi, Jenny. Have a seat right there. We're going to grab you another chair.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Aaron.
Aaron, okay.
Nice
I'm
to meet
good.
you.
You as well. Yeah, she was good friend with Lynn, so she kind of wanted to know what's going on, too. Thank you.
So, okay. So this is her and her mom. I mean, the dynamic of the room, we already know who the fuck she is. Who's her? Put it in the comments. The green jacket. She's all timid and just all comfortable and just in the corner. And then her mom's like, yeah, I'll be here to protect my daughter. I'll be here. What's your name again, sir? We get that dynamic. That dynamic has been established. Now let's get into the grilling because these officers can grill you. And look at this tiny ass room. You can't tell me they make interrogation rooms like this with the intent of making them as small and uncomfortable as fucking possible. If I breathe too hard, you'll be smelling my breath. Like, we're in here. We're together. So barely fit.
Theoretically, I am assigned to this case.
Okay.
But we got a new boss here a little bit ago and kind of changed protocols on us. Because back in the day, I've been doing this a long time.
Sure.
We didn't look at this stuff. Yeah, me kind of called down and said, you're all good. And now he has us investigating it like on a back burner.
Sure.
So when you called, yeah, I knew the name and I had glanced over it.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the ME to call me and say, hey, we're all done, death certificate signed, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
So I was a little surprised when he sent the phone. You had concerns about the hospital.
When I talked to the medical examiner last, I talked to him numerous times. The first couple times, they said there was a few issues as far as health-wise. She had like 5 things.
Mm-hmm.
Then they said they were waiting on toxicology.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said they sent out second samples or tissues, something, and then they stopped saying anything. And they said I had to contact you guys.
And that's when I got the boss.
Okay. And I'm going, I just want to know, because they kind of weren't sure. We didn't know if it was a suicide or if it was something medical. She was in the hospital shortly before. She's been sick for years. We really weren't sure, if this is something because the doctors could never figure out what was going on.
Mm-hmm. My question is, what did they gain from killing her? Was this just them having compassion on her and they just do the little eye drops and they get rid of her? Or is it more of a hatred? Or are they making money off of it? Because right now, daughter is over there quiet than a motherfucker. Quiet, very calm and quiet. Mom's over here explaining everything. You feel me? Like, shit, hold on. Let me look up one thing. Guys, I am incorrect. This is actually the daughter on the left side. From this angle, I thought mom's was on the left. The person on the right looked a little younger. My bad, y'all. I know you guys are probably going to flame me in the comments for that one. This is her talking. This is Jessy speaking. Okay, we're caught up now.
So it was frustrating, and she had literally probably 10 boxes of medical documents.
Okay.
And, we just didn't know. And, I mean, I know what state she was in and where she was at, but I didn't. It's kind of frustrating because I was there all the time taking care of her. I'm the one who took her to the doctor. I'm the one who did everything. So the not knowing, and I wasn't there with her.
There is a medical
So
issue.
it bothers me because I go, could I have
5
been
years
there?
worth.
Could I have helped? Could I have done something? That's my hardest part. I've never found anybody before, and it's not something I ever want to do again. So.
The medical examiner, they're very thorough.
Yeah.
The medical examiner, whenever you hear toxicology report, that means they checking your blood, they're checking what was in your system. Whether you have some coke, some meth, some weed in the system, toxicology is going to get all that. Toxicology has to find something damn crazy for them to have her in the interrogation room. And what I think she doesn't realize right now is that she's in trouble. Like, she is in trouble. She's in this interrogation room talking all freely and calmly. But, as per usual investigator fashion, they're going to drop something heavy on her, and it's going to stop her in her tracks. She's going to be like, whoa. Are we in trouble right now? Baby girl, you in trouble. She don't think so. She's like, this is how I planned it. She died. It was nice and smooth. They're going to ask me a few questions because that's what happens when someone dies. Nah, sweetheart, you're in the interrogation room. There's a difference between getting a statement and going to the interrogation room. You know what I mean? Being Mirandized. There's a difference there. I don't know if they Mirandized her yet, but they probably did.
I barely graduated high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're super smart. When they talk to me sometimes, I'm like, hey,
Well,
you got to figure that one out.
Well, that's when they were talking to me. I'm going, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So,
Stupid.
At this point, I mean, they're waiting for their secondary, they call them confirming tests.
Yeah.
But there doesn't appear, there's no trauma to the body, nothing like that. She had medical issues,
Yeah.
which I think is pretty well documented with her medical record.
Yeah.
Well, I want to know. That's what I want to know. If it's in her head, if this has been 5 years worth in her head,
It's
things
frustrating
going
because the
on.
doctors could never find anything.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, they found little things, but not.
She just kept
she
doing
wasn't
repeat
eating
checks.
for
Years.
3 months. I mean, she'd have a bowl of soup once a week.
Yeah.
And she
Damn.
had stomach issues, and she was just frustrated. And finally, the last time we went in, which was 4 days before she passed,
Uh-huh.
that she got out. She was in for 2 weeks, and
And where'd she go? Waukesha?
Pro Healthcare Waukesha.
Waukesha Memorial here, right?
Damn, bro. They really, what this sounds to me like, maybe she was, I don't know if she was an older woman or what. You guys let me know in the comments. But it sounds like they were just fed up with her. Like, she just had she was just a sickly person. Going to the hospital every once in a while. There's probably a lot of medical bills. The two of them probably had to take care of her most of the time. Just a sickly person. Always have some shit going on with them, right? They got tired of that shit. She must have had a life insurance policy or something. But you see how on she is? She's used to talking her way. She's used to talking her way out of anything. That's the vibe that it gives me. She's used to just talking her way out of any and everything, and it'll be all good. Let's continue.
Just up the road?
The
The hospital right up the road.
Or was she in the clinic or the hospital?
No, she was admitted to the ER, and then they. But it was Pro Healthcare. It was right here, I think.
Oh, I thought it was Waukesha she was in.
This is Waukesha.
Yeah, Pro Healthcare is
Yeah.
WMH.
Yeah.
Be careful, Mom. Don't answer the wrong question. She might kill you, too, with some eye drops. Be careful.
Yeah, I know actually it was close to here because there was like the same exit. So,
And you said in the lobby that you and Miss Hernan were friends?
Yeah, she's my best friend.
How long have you known her?
Over 30 years.
High school together or something?
No.
we lived in
In
the same apartment.
apartments.
Okay.
So she was like an aunt, a second mom to me. She didn't have kids.
So you've known her your whole life?
Yeah.
And that's why you were helping her out?
Yeah.
Or?
Well, we're
She-
power of attorney and everything.
She switched her medical like the last 6 months. My mom was in charge of everything. And she switched it because with her working and her hours, it was hard for her to get a hold of her.
Mm-hmm.
So my hours were different and I could help her. So she basically, towards the end, I was taking her to doctor appointments, picking up her prescriptions, doing everything. And She was supposed to get in-home health care from the hospital. That was the only way they were going to release her, because they wanted her to go to inpatient, and she refused.
Okay.
She didn't want it.
Was that coming, that home health care? Because
Yeah.
the report says you were the caregiver.
Yeah. No, home health care, they called. They were supposed to come that Tuesday or Monday. And I don't remember if it was Tuesday or Monday. But they were supposed to come. She pushed them back to Friday. And they actually called, because they kept calling. And I finally answered the phone and said she's no longer, because they were trying to come out. That was her condition upon her release. Was they wanted to make sure somebody was there with her. I was there with her. But she had to have in-home health care.
When you say you were given care and you was different levels of care.
I wasn't an RN by any means.
That's what I was going to ask you. You got training.
She used to be.
You weren't given injections?
No.
Okay, so just to catch y'all up, y'all ain't stupid, so you understand. But apparently her mom used to take care of her. Mom couldn't do it no more because mom is busy, and daughter comes through. Daughter can't take the heat, can't take all the stuff that she needs, and ends up poisoning her. That's my theory. Like, she probably found something that would benefit her, and she was like, okay, if she's gone, she'll they always rationalize it like she'll no longer be in pain, so I'm actually kind of helping her. I bet she was one of those things where she just tricked herself into doing it. And she was like, it'll be better for everybody anyway. My mom won't have to stress. I won't have to stress. She'll be gone because she's in pain, and I'll reap the rewards. This lady is sick. Crazy. Yo, when you get older and you got people that you call loved ones, you better make sure them are some real loved ones, because sometimes they might be your biggest enemy. Imagine her mom knew this woman her entire life and you get killed by her daughter? Bro. Best friends might be your biggest enemies. You gotta be careful.
I basically would help her to the bathroom, do any errands she needed, make any if she needed. I mean, she never
Clean her up when she needed to be cleaned up.
She right before the hospital, she had a few accidents, on the way to the bathroom, stuff like that. So I helped her around the house, but I didn't. She used to be an RN, and she was to the point where, because she knew Lynn did not want to go, she was debating and quitting her job to actually physically take care of her.
How long were you taking care of her?
It was just shortly, I would say. A little bit before she went into the hospital. I mean, I was out there pretty much every other day, but I wasn't
That
staying.
was like doing her shopping.
Yeah, I would say a few months, but then towards the end, I was back and forth twice a day.
Okay, so for the last, let's see,
I'd say 6 months.
last 6 months?
Yeah.
You're out there every couple days?
Yeah.
Then the last few weeks, you're out there
Pretty much
often,
daily. Yeah. Once, twice a day.
And you're helping her? Are you administering the medication at all?
No.
She's taking care of her own pills?
Yeah.
But you're picking them up from the
Yeah.
pharmacy? Which pharmacy were you going to?
Walgreens, it's right off of her main road.
Something about her mom makes me feel like she knows her daughter's in trouble, but her mom is just keeping her head down, just trying to see if she could talk her way out of it. Because come on, your children, your family members. If you know somebody's doing something wrong and they're lying in front of you, well, right now they're not lying. They're saying a basis. We haven't even gotten into the shit yet. But you know when they're about to turn on their manipulation. It's just a vibe you get from your sister, your mom. Mom's over there, hands crossed, kind of looking down, kind of just doing her own thing, saying, well, Patricia, I hope you're able... Her name's Jessy. Let me stop. Well, Jessy, I hope you're able to get yourself out of this one, sweetie, because I don't know what to say.
Road. I'm not a Waukesha person, but it's the closest Walgreens to her.
In Pewaukee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they knew me very well. They knew her very well as well, but...
And what, did she have express pay set up, or did you pay cash?
No, we used her card.
Used her card?
Yeah.
Using her card, okay.
Was she paying you to do this, or just friend?
Yeah.
No. See, we're establishing motive, guys. She's not getting paid. She said it's frustrating like 50 times already. So she was frustrated. You know what I mean? She wouldn't say that if she wasn't. We're building up a basis of why, because they already have so much evidence to probably point that she did do it, but now they just need a reason, a motive.
My friend and
Yeah.
again, my father got real sick last year, passed away. And so I know how this stuff goes, and I was going there all the time. He knows, and people hard, and one of my coworkers said, well, you should be paying yourself to to take care of your parents. I'm like, well, I can't take the kids.
No,
It's money.
she always, would offer here and there, and but it's hard too because when somebody she had no family, she had nobody.
No, I get you.
It was us, so it's just it's hard.
So what do you want?
Hey, it's time for the big questions now, sweetheart. Get ready. Get ready for them.
Girl, she was like, we were just using her credit card.
I mean, sometimes obviously that was coming from my house.
Where was she on disability then? Or
she was on Social Security or just one of them. Medicare, I got the form at the end of the year, but I don't know if it was Social Security or disability. It was one of them.
Okay.
I think it might have just been Social Security.
Okay.
But she's been on that for 5 years.
It's based on what I read in our files, been our contacts with her over the years. She was like a hairdresser in a salon or something.
Yep.
She made a lot of money doing that, or? She didn't really have any family.
No.
Based on what I can tell.
She has one distant cousin.
She had, her parents passed away about
Her dad passed away a couple
3
of
years,
years, and then her mom passed away.
Yeah.
And she passed away, I think it was like a year, 2 years, like, was it 2? I don't know.
Damn, her mom sounds like Uncle John. Her mom sounds like shit. Jennifer? No, that's like Christopher. The fuck is going on? Mom has shit. Mom got that cigarette voice. What is going? Yeah, no, she didn't. Her dad died. Damn, girl, you need to take it easy. Go drink some tea. Go drink some tea. What happened to drinking green tea? You know what I mean? Like, damn. Cut that shit out, Mom.
about
Her dad passed away a couple of years.
Her dad passed about 3 days later. Hey, I ain't even making fun of her like that, but I am. Because damn, lady, why do you sound like my uncle? Anyways, let's continue.
And then her mom passed away, and she passed away, I think it was like a year, 2 years, like.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think about 2 years later.
Because I helped her move.
Yes, sir.
Sell her mom's
Now let me
house.
stop.
Yeah, well, she doesn't have any family.
So.
I mean, well, she did. Her aunt, but she passed away too a year ago. They were all from Madison. That's where she was originally from. So.
Yeah, because we couldn't really find anyone local.
I guess the medical examiner said there was a cousin or somebody
Like I said,
called.
It's
But-
great aunts, so it's
Okay.
distant second
I-
cousin. So.
I didn't know of them, so.
Okay. And you had power of attorney medically?
Yeah.
Did you have financial power of attorney?
No.
No.
No, yes. If need be, I think so. Or you did. I don't remember.
Financial power of attorney, huh? Okay. Getting juicier. And correct me if I'm wrong. That means they're able to take over the money if something were to happen, right? Yeah.
I know I still have all the forms at home, so.
Okay. And what happened to her apartment and stuff?
We did an estate sale. Me and Anthony, the other family friend, just like us. His mom was
Condos
her
for
good friend.
two of these two.
The
The two younger ones.
But we emptied out.
Was Anthony your brother or cousin? Or?
No, it
Another
was.
family friend.
It's just like her. It was somebody she went to hair school with.
She's
Her
got
good
another
friend.
good friend, Crean, who I
And
know,
their son.
and it's their son.
Yeah.
So these two.
You know, another interesting thing is I've never seen them interrogate somebody together. Honestly, I've never seen that. The fact that they're interrogating two of these women together kind of makes me feel like they think the daughter alone is guilty and not the mother. Because, okay, we can go back to the case with, what's his name, Chris Watts. He killed his wife and his two kids. Remember they brought his dad into the room to kind of talk to him and kind of bring him around, and eventually he admits to it, right? I think they're bringing mom in here to either fuck the story up, say something that contradicts her daughter right in front of them, or they're there to have her feel a bit more comfortable to admit while her mom is there. Because other than that, if they saw two of these people as suspects, they'd have them in different rooms, you know, so they can't corroborate stories, they can't hear each other. The fact that she is in the room with her daughter tells me that her daughter is the sole suspect. Mom has nothing to do with this. They just try to use mom as like a puzzle piece to get her in the corner. That's my assumption.
Two are.
So
She's got the house up there and it's sold. So now.
Do you know
there's-
Kareem's last name? Do you have a number for her?
Yeah. I can't think of her last name offhand.
While you're looking for it, we just get some basic information because we kind of jumped the gun here.
Yeah.
It's Jessy.
Correct.
Middle initial.
R
And your last name?
Kurczewski.
Thank you for spelling it for me. Let me ask him.
No problem.
Your date of birth?
2/18/84.
84. Was she in her
Address?
30s, late 30s?
10562 West Cortez Circle, apartment 26, Franklin, Wisconsin, 53132.
Hold on.
Sorry.
I'm breaking all as fast as I can. What's the zip?
53132.
The charisma is there, bro. The charisma's there. I love it when people have all this charisma and then it breaks down to a bumbling, fumbling, snotty-nosed person begging for their freedom. There's a few cases where the people, they keep themselves together the whole interview, and I salute you for that, because that shit, most people start out this way, oh, yeah, it's hilarious, yeah, and then by the time the interview is done, they're out here bawling, sweating, shaking, trembling. Let's go.
132.
Correct.
And your phone?
414-514.
Hold on, let me get the Gatorade. I'm parched, people. This case is making me thirsty.
1039.
You work somewhere?
Yes.
What's that?
Well, actually, no. Sorry, I'm not there anymore. Smiles for Miles is my last position.
But you're unemployed now?
Yes.
Okay. Power of attorney. Okay. Frustrated, taking care of this lady who apparently doesn't have anything wrong with her other than she's just sickly. Okay. Not working. All right. Unemployed. These things, they're starting to build a little foundation of a house, a little pillar right there. You keep on going, you might have a whole foundation for the reason she killed the lady.
Kareem?
I can't think of her last name offhand. Oops, I'm calling her. It's 414-916-1010. I can't think of her last name.
But she did friends like you a long time. Do you meet in the apartments or?
No, she went to.
She just knows her.
She went to beauty school with her.
Okay.
And then her son is Anthony.
And why would she give the stuff to Anthony? Just because she needed somewhere to put her stuff, or?
She was going to leave everything to me, but she figured, okay, if I died first, then who's going to get it? So she left it to the two younger ones that she knows.
Okay. Do you know him at all, or no?
We know each other, but not well.
His name was Anthony, is
Yes.
that? Do you have a number for him?
Yeah. We know each other more so
I know Kareem, and I know
From-
Anthony, too.
Okay.
from all this. I mean, we've all kind of intertwined. His is...
Let me ask you this, when we were looking again. How are you doing? Because you seemed a little upset on the phone.
It's just frustrating, the not knowing. That's what bothers me the most. Because I feel like, had I have been there, could I have done something? That's what I really... And it's just, Kareem calls me every week or so checking in. I spent 3-4 months cleaning up her condo, getting rid of things, and that was hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating because I feel like she was so close to us, and I feel like, if she would have just reached out maybe a little bit more, or...
Well, she did, and you just didn't know what was wrong with her.
I mean,
I didn't know if it's in her
feel free to
head.
chime in here, but you're taking her to the doctor. She was in the hospital 2 weeks prior to her passing. I mean, it's not like
You're talking, this is calls like throughout the night, during the day.
What if they were poisoning her for a long ass time, and every time they take her to the hospital because she doesn't feel too good, it's because she's recovering from the bullshit they're putting in their system? That's just a theory. Because mom keeps saying, I don't know, hold on, I don't know if it was just in her head or, I don't know if it was in her head. She said, I don't know if it was just in her head like 5, no, not 5. She said probably like 3 different times. What are you hiding, bro? She clearly not feeling good. Why do we go to the hospital? We not feeling good. She's not going to just be bullshitting, her and this woman's mom are the same age. You know how older people like to bullshit being hurt or being sick just so they get attention? This is not the case because your best friend is like your same age. So like, something's fishy, guys. Something's fishy.
It's all the time, and this has been going on for
She, before the
probably a
hospital,
good
she
5 years.
fell 3 times, and me and her neighbor tried to pick her up, which she was very heavy.
She's very tall.
She gained a lot of weight with her stomach issues, and I mean, we literally were fighting with her on the floor trying to get her up. And her neighbor's probably 10 years older than her.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, her neighbor was just shocked because she was so sick, and she sat there for probably 2-3 weeks before we got her to go into the hospital.
Damn.
And it was just frustrating because it's like, you need help. And she was frustrated because she kept going in. I mean, she'd go in,
but then she'd turn around and leave.
Well, does
she have some psychological things going on?
Yeah.
I've never met her.
I looked into her records, which I don't know if you have access to, but
the hospital has a lot of notes on her. She would go in and they would release her right away.
I don't think they know what to do.
I don't know exactly what they would say, and half of what she said you couldn't believe, because she'd tell the doctor, I'm fine, I'm eating. And I'd pull them outside and say, no, she's not. You know, I mean, so it's hard.
I mean, that shit do be happening when people get older. I mean, people are stuck in their ways, bro. You just gotta work with them, but you can't kill them with eye drops. Like, that's not cool. She's stuck in their ways. Figure out what makes her tick. You know what I mean? And she'll ride with you. But older people like that, I feel like, especially where they're sickly and, you know, everybody's moving past them, they feel like just nobody cares. So yeah, no, I'm fine. I don't want to tell you, you're not going to care about me. But that's why you need to check in and just, like, you know, do things their way a little bit. I'm telling you, it'll work out for you a lot better.
But she said that they all thought she was psychotic, and all these things listed on her medical records, you know, that she saw a psychiatrist, she didn't, you know, so I don't know if it was what she was saying or what they really thought. I don't know. You know, that's what was frustrating, is because she would tell you one thing, but it'd be different. So, it'd be different
when you talk to the doctors.
Anthony's is 414-916-1026.
And you know his last name either.
I do know both of them. They're the same. You know what? I can find out what.
Well, why are you looking? Why you said stomach issues? Is she have diarrhea or is she throwing up?
Both. But she saw a what is the stomach doctor?
She said gastrointestinal.
She saw somebody probably 3-4 years back, and ever since then they prescribed a ton of medications, changed her diet, and she never was the same after that.
Based on your observations, was she taking her medication properly? Because, I mean, they find her.
Yeah.
Obviously, you found her. There was fuck everywhere.
Pills everywhere.
No, the hospital, when she was there and they noticed, they put an actual camera in her room. She had me go to Walgreens and get her prescriptions because they weren't giving her regular meds. She pulled off all her stuff. I went in one day and I'm like, why is there a camera in here? And they said, well, we're having some problems. She was never good with her medication. She was really big on her Xanax, was her big one. She never took it. She always was taking more of it than what she needed.
The doctors wanted to cancel her on.
Yeah, when she was in, they took her off of it.
These items that she would have already purchased when the doctor was giving them to her, so she'd stockpile on stuff.
Did she have doctor shop? They call doctor shop. We have multiple doctors prescribing the same stuff.
I don't know.
Oh, she was trapping them Xannies. Shit, if I had knew Miss Jenna, if I knew the granny, I would have been like, hey, let me get a few of them pills, man. What you doing? Why you got 40 pills in your room? Nah, I don't even do pills. Fuck pills. But I think, you know, because exactly, pills, they change your personality, bro. They change your whole chemical makeup, bro. That shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was just going through the pharmaceutical shit, you know, taking all these bullshit drugs that they're just testing. They're like, here, eat that M&M. Do you like that? No? You feel like you're going to die? Oh, eat this M&M. Does that make you, oh, you feel depressed now? Okay, well, eat that M&M. Combine all three of them together now. How do you feel? Oh, you're dead? Oh, you didn't? Shit. Man, that medication shit. You know when they have those commercials, call your doctor if you feel sudden heart palpitations or cardiac arrest. I'm like, my guy, I don't want to take that then. Like, what are you talking about?
No, she didn't.
Should do that.
Because as a matter of fact, the doctor she had took her off stuff and then said, I want you to see another doctor because I cannot prescribe these things for you anymore. So,
because people abuse Xanax.
Poza.
Poza.
I knew
That's mom and son?
They're both the same.
Poza.
Are they local? I assume they're local for
They live in Big Bend, I think.
Okay. So they're in the metro area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Towards the end, she really wasn't. I would say probably the last 2 weeks. Not that I know of, was she? Prior to that, yeah.
You're there
she was
twice a
pretty
day and
far.
someone's hitting it, you know it.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're taking the trash
Yeah.
out.
No, she had 3 bottles when she passed away still. So, as far as I know, no.
Okay.
Before that...
Because she was hospitalized for like 2 weeks and then she's out for like 4 days.
Yeah.
And then she passes.
Yeah.
So,
As far as I know, she was just drinking.
and historically, based on my hospital experiences, they don't let you drink in the hospital.
No.
But she drank in the morning too. She
Yeah.
drank whenever. I mean, prior to her being sick the last couple of weeks, where she wasn't drinking anything
Yeah.
because she couldn't eat. She couldn't get anything down.
And do you know why she's gaining weight if she's not eating?
Exactly.
We couldn't figure it out.
Is it water weight or
She
something?
was... I know when she first went in, she was very bloated.
Because I can tell you why I got it.
Well, she's a good eater.
That's crazy. So she's gaining weight, but they're claiming that she's not eating. Something's not adding up. I'm waiting for the punchline by the officer to be real.
I mean,
She was
she loved to
very-
cook, but she was not eating.
Sure.
But when she...
hasn't been for years.
When she went in the last time, though...
She's like, okay, mom, shut the fuck up. See, they have her mom in here for a reason. Her mom is the unsuspecting Trojan horse. Her mom is the one who's really going to incriminate her. And that's why she's like, mom, you're going to fuck my story up. Shut up. That's why they have her in here. I've never seen 2 people get interrogated like this. Very rare you'll see some shit like this. But it's because what her mom is doing, fucking her story up.
Well, she's a good eater. I
She
mean,
was
she loved to
very-
cook, but she was not eating.
Sure.
But when she...
hasn't been for years.
When she went in the last time, though, they kept feeling her stomach because they said the same thing. And they took x-rays, and they just said she was extremely bloated, but they don't know from what.
Okay.
Because they would actually push on, and she was in excruciating pain.
Medical examiner gets access to all the medical
Yeah.
records by statute. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and again, I don't tell them, doctors,
Yeah.
but, they tell me what happened.
Yeah.
Were you going there to see her at all or not?
She was bloated, bro. Imagine you touch on your stomach and there's pain. Something, I wonder if what they gave her was making her blow up or if it was causing like a gas pressure inside of her body. But damn, that sounds terrible. That sounds horrible.
No, I hadn't been out there in a while to see her.
When was the last time you saw her, do you think?
I don't know.
I'd say maybe 2 months before.
2 months prior to her death?
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you.
At least prior to her hospital stay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the only people that she really saw in the last month was me and the neighbor. The neighbor went to the hospital.
She didn't want nobody. She didn't wanted anybody out.
I
If
don't-
somebody said they were coming out, other than her or I, she would tell them,
Don't come.
no,
Is it June or Judy?
next door.
Yeah. Jean. Sorry, I'm wrong. I don't know her last name, but I do.
I think it's in the report here.
Yeah.
Because she was there. They
Yeah.
talked to her that
Yeah.
day. Jean Tennell.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she was right next door.
Yeah, she lives right next door. Yeah, because she helped me and pick her up, I think, 2 days.
Do you have a number for Jean?
Yeah.
I mean, we have one, but I want to make sure sometimes
No, that's fine.
there's nothing more frustrating. Our deputies sometimes get a little easy when it gets to phone numbers.
262
Uh-huh.
893 3483.
Was she helping her out too besides you? Or mostly just you?
She would help a little if I wasn't there. Lynn would call her, like, she called quite a few times if she needed something or she fell, and if I couldn't get there quick enough, she would try calling her.
Mm-hmm.
So she would help, or if I knew I was going to be gone, and I knew she was having a bad day, I'd say, can you check in on her or stuff like that. So, and I know she came and visited her once or twice in the hospital, too.
Okay. Any other
All right,
name?
so what she just did now is, I'm sorry I'm pausing so much, but this is interesting. She excluded effectively everybody out of the contact with this woman. This is why they haven't hit her with no heavy hits yet. She excluded everybody else other than herself to be there the most. The neighbor, barely there. Mom, for sure wasn't there. 2 months at least since she saw her, right? Her son, not there too often. Come around every once in a while. Jessy was always there. Okay, so now we have you and her together a lot. And when you're together with a really sick person or a really young baby or a really yappy dog, sometimes you get intrusive thoughts. But you know what you gotta do? You gotta take those thoughts and put them over there and be like, well, me personally, I'd be like, I'm a good person. We're not gonna do this. Her intrusive thoughts won. I'm telling you, some shit happened, and she probably did some shit she never thought she would do.
Neighbors that she, no.
I mean, they all knew her, but she wasn't really close with a lot. She did have one guy friend that lived further over that would stop every so often, but he didn't even. She pretty much blew everybody off possible at the end. A lot of people were upset because they'd call and they'd say, oh, I'm stopping over. And she'd say, no, I don't want to see anybody. Or when she was in the hospital, I said, do you want me to call anybody? No, I don't want to. She just
sometimes you don't feel well, you don't want to see no one. You know?
She had paranoia. She'd never leave her house. That's why she'd do her shop. And even if she could shop, she wouldn't.
She just
She got
wasn't.
those certain times.
She was a very, like, 5 years before this was, from when I was little to 5 years ago, she was a completely different person. Fun of the party, knew everybody, would bring hors d'oeuvres to the pool for everybody. I mean, she was just a completely different person.
Mm-hmm.
And after her parents died and she got sick, she kind of just withdrew from everybody and everything.
Damn.
She didn't.
Can I get your name? Is it Jenny or Jennifer?
Jennifer.
And on the show?
M.
And last name?
Flower.
Date of birth?
12/26/1963.
Address?
Same as
The Cortez?
Yep.
You have a cell phone?
414-460-5792.
Anything else you want to tell me that you think's important? Even a small detail.
Anything else you want to tell me to continue incriminating yourself before I hit you with a sledgehammer of truth and reality? Anything? Anything at all? Okay, no. Okay, bet. Here comes the sledgehammer, baby.
There's nothing I can
I mean, the crime scene pictures, I reviewed them before you came here. Obviously, it looks like she was trying to force down medication. The doctor will tell me if that's true or not.
Do I think it's a suicide? Yeah. I think she...
Because of her psychological issues?
Yeah, and I think when she went in the hospital, that was it for her. That was the last straw. If they couldn't find nothing, she was going to tell them whatever she wanted to get out of there. And I told her that. I said, she just wants to come home because she's going to do herself in.
She was just very, she was just tired of being sick.
Mm-hmm.
And she was frustrated because she wasn't getting the answers. I do know when she first went in, they said she had liver, kidney. She thought she was going to have to go on dialysis. Within a day that improved, they said no. Then after her being there 5 days, they said she has C. diff. She was so excited thinking that was like all her problems.
But you get
and then she realized that wasn't, they made her, I think, with what they told her and what she believed, she got excited thinking they finally figured out what's wrong.
She actually thought, she even had her water checked in her house when she bought the condo, the upstairs.
She had them checked for mold. She had a lot.
Yeah, I mean, she
thought the apartment herself was making her sick, or the condo.
Damn, bro. That's terrible, bro. Imagine you're sick and you don't even know why. That shit is terrible, bro. And then on top of that, your best friend's daughter goes and takes you out. That shit is horrible. What I want to know, though, is how long was she plotting on this? Because this is all out of eye drops, right? Damn. It's like, how do you even get caught for that? I want to know how long they were doing this shit. Or if she acted alone. Because I don't want to bring her mom up like that. We don't even know if her mom did anything. But
how long did she live there?
I think it was 4 years since her parents.
4 years?
I thought it was like 3, but...
Well, it's either 3 or 4.
How about 3 to 4? There we go.
I know I got the paperwork.
Is there an attorney that's handling the estate?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
Lisa Martinson and 2 friends, and they had set things they wanted. And those were the 2 people that she said, I do not want them in my house when she passed.
Who's that?
What's Green Cutter's name?
I can't even think of that.
Let me think of it later. Call me.
It's Green's brother and then Jim, her ex-boyfriend. And they both wanted the same things, and they were the things worth of some value.
What did they want?
She had a very expensive bracelet that she bought about a year before she died. It was a men's Mariner link bracelet, and that was the first thing they both asked for. It was I've never seen
One
people
wanted it
so
because the other
sick
one knew.
over. I mean, I was like disgusted over what, they didn't say how did she die, how, when's the funeral, they didn't ask any of that. They asked when can I come to her house, or who's getting the bracelet. I want the bracelet. I mean, actually, Jim set his mom up to ask for the bracelet too, so that was 3 people, and she would never. I mean, it was sick.
How long was Jim the ex-boyfriend?
Over 30 years.
They were dated 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Not that long ago, but
Yeah, it was.
I don't think it was the point. No,
They lived at the apartments. That's when I met her. And they
I
broke
think
up.
maybe 20 years ago.
No.
She did a lot for him, a lot.
And that's hanging on 20 years.
Well, he's got a girlfriend, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because he broke up 20 years ago. Right?
It's a weird.
Well,
She
it's
wanted
I'm in cahoots with that guy right now. I've had some conversations with him.
Yeah.
I'm also aware of the fact that she has given him money for down payment on his house and only paid him back like $300.
How much did she give him?
a lot.
When you say a lot, you have documents?
Yeah.
And he knows we know. Because those are my exact words to him.
He actually also has very good friends who work for this office.
Was he?
Yeah. His wife's a court reporter for Waukesha, too. Girlfriend.
What's her name?
Next slide, please.
And young person.
Well,
but
and whoever
he created a lot
stuff
of.
too is really not his.
He created a lot of
His
problems.
name isn't on anything, so why should he? It's not his business.
He was very determined to be in her.
I hate how she talks over her mom. That shit's annoying as hell. Her mom be trying to say some shit, and she's just like, yeah, and he, but I think she's trying to edit her mom because she knows her mom will say anything. You know what I'm talking about? Her mom will just blurt it out. So she's trying to like shut her down real quick. Let me talk over you so you don't fuck this up for me, mom. That's what I think she's doing. Like, damn.
And get certain things. She had strict who gets what. We abided by it. But he.
Did he get anything?
Yeah, he did. He got way more than what, because I didn't have a problem with giving away her things.
Do you have an itemized list that you gave?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll give you a card as my email on it. You want to email me?
Yeah. I also have her itemized list too.
You want to email me that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been an issue. We don't have any conversations with him anymore, but at the beginning he was a problem.
Did he have contact with her toward the end?
No.
He
Why
tried.
He
tried.
called-
When she was in the hospital, he tried.
He called when she was in the hospital.
Yeah, he called.
And he was mad that he wasn't informed.
We had a
and I
birthday
said,
gift to drop off for her, and I said, well, she's in the hospital right now, and her birthday was in June, so why are you calling now?
Yeah.
And she said, do not tell him I don't want him here. I don't want to see him.
She didn't like the way she looked, so she didn't want people around.
And I get that. I hate when people are like, "Oh, she was so selfish. She was in her own ways." And bro, I look sick. I feel sick. I don't want to fucking see nobody. Respect her, bro. Like, shit. The amount of times they're like, "Yeah," and she just didn't want to see nobody. Bro, if you're in excruciating pain all over your whole fucking body, do you think you want to see your homeboy right now? Probably not. You think you want your homeboy to see you? Like, nah, probably not. So like, come on, get real. Like, get real, y'all. Come on.
She always was done up.
Oh, so good, and she's she looks so hot at the end. Based on you never look so good when you're dead.
No, and the brother is Creighton's brother. I can't think of his name offhand.
Let me think of it. Send me an email.
Yeah.
Or something.
But the two of them, we had a dinner.
But you're pretty sure Jim's not around. Just at the end.
No.
See, and he's like, so you're pretty sure Jim's not around, right? Like, bro, excluding mom, excluding the neighbor, excluding Jim, excluding who else was really around her? Her. This is all they're getting at. This whole line of questioning is to prove to themselves so that they can go forward that she was pretty much 80% of the time always around that woman. Now let's take it to the next step. That's what I feel like they're doing.
Do you have a phone number for him?
He has.
Or do you know what it's
And we're
like?
going to get a phone number for every one of them people. And we're going to confirm that they haven't been doing that. Oh, it's going to line up. Oh, it's going to line up. Oh, it's going to line up. Okay, cool. She was telling the truth about that. Now, how did she die from this mysterious liquid in her body or some shit? This is how I'm trying to figure out. But, Yeah, they're just doing their due diligence, excluding everybody who possibly could be a suspect, but she right now is confirming they're not.
I threw it out
It's
because I don't want to have any more
It's
contact.
Keller?
Yeah, just
I know that his number.
Kehler.
Kehler.
Keller.
Because after she passed, he contacted me and said, well, I'm contacting the sheriffs. And I want to know when she was in the hospital and how long. And
He wanted dates and
he-
stuff, and it was like, okay, whatever.
Whoa, so he's the one who got her saved. Mr. Keller. Hold on, back that up. The one they're talking shit about, I believe, is the one who actually saved her legacy, basically. Didn't have it ruled as like a suicide or something. Like,
But the two of them, we had a dinner.
But you're pretty sure Jim's not around just at the end.
Jim.
No.
Either.
No.
No.
Do you have a phone number for him?
He has
Or do you know his last
I
name?
threw it out
It's
because I don't want to have any more
It's
contact.
Keller?
Yeah, just
I know that his number.
Jim Keller.
Kehler.
Yo, shout out Jim Keller. If you're ever watching this video, you're a real one. Because if you didn't do that, probably this woman would have, they just would have gone on living their lives, reaping the benefits and the estates and all the shit they probably wanted off of that lady.
Kehler.
Because after she passed, he contacted me and said, well, I'm contacting the sheriffs. And I want to know when she was in the hospital and how long. And
He wanted dates and
he-
stuff, and it was like, okay, whatever.
I guess I don't have it in here. I thought I
Jim
did.
Keller, baby. I bet you they're going to call Mr. Jim Keller first. First and foremost, we're going to call Mr. Jim Keller. How you been doing, my brother? I heard you knew so-and-so. Okay, we need to talk. Shit.
I know I have it. I thought I had it in my phone. But we had a dinner afterward, because she didn't want a funeral. She had strict instructions. So we had a dinner, and all of us know each other, but haven't really seen or talked to each other in years since she used to live on the lake. And, none of us are really close because we didn't really
But I
hang
know
out
all
together.
these people.
But they were all at the
She's
dinner.
kind of the hub and
Yeah.
ground spokes of it.
Yeah. None of us really knew each other together,
So did Jim go to the dinner?
He did. Him and his girlfriend went, and
Corrine and her husband and Corine's brother, Anthony, came. She was pretty close with Corine's brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Was he there at all?
Yeah, he wasn't going to come.
No,
Oh, no, at the end.
he saw her maybe a month before, I think.
So basically, it's just you there. The only person she's seen is you.
Yeah. Me and the neighbor.
What I tell you? So basically, it's just you there. It's just you, right? It's just you and her, right? Okay, right? Okay, correct? Okay, cool. Making that 1,000% clear.
His brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Was he there at all?
Yeah, he wasn't going to come.
No,
Oh, no, at the end.
he saw her.
Was he there at all? No, he didn't. No. I mean, at the end, like before she died, the last month, was she there at all? And he points at her. Yeah, it's about to start getting real, folks.
Maybe a month before.
Uh-huh.
So basically, it's just you there. The only person she's seen is you.
Yes.
Me and the neighbor.
Yes. Only person she's seeing is you. That's the end of the story right there. We could end the whole video. That basically the only person she's seeing is you, right? Boom.
And the neighbor once in a while, but mostly it's just you.
Yeah.
All right. Let me grab your card. Do you have any questions? I mean,
No.
once we hear from the ME, I'll let you know what's going on. But
Do you know, out of
they
curiosity?
give up to a year. And they almost...
I mean, it's not like, it doesn't do anything. It's more so, I just wish I knew, It's more so to know if I could have done something had I been there. That's the hardest
Oh, you
part.
did something.
We have a lot of death scenes.
I'd like to know if it's a suicide, but I'd still like to know what led up to her being sick for the last 5 years
Yeah.
of her life. Why?
Medical problems.
If it was in her head.
I'll ask the doc when it comes time.
Yeah.
But again, our medical exam, she may take up to a year on something. She does it quite a bit.
Yeah.
They're very thorough.
Well, and I'd rather at least, I was excited when they said, I'm not excited, but when they said, that they found something with her heart. They found 5 different things. And that at least was encouraging because I went,
A lot of times there's a lot of contributing factors.
yeah.
And it's a combination of these things.
And that's what.
The body starts to shut down. So let me go grab you a card.
Oh, damn. Was that it?
Detective, is that essentially where this interview ends?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so that was pretty much it, y'all. I thought he was about to hit her with some crazy shit like, and I know you killed her or some shit. But basically, he just excluded every single person out of that situation but her. So when we get into the court trial, because we are going to do the Jessy Kurczewski trial, we are going to cover that, so keep that in mind. When we cover this, keep in mind that they're going to go back to that investigation and be like, no, 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 no. You said that you were the only person taking care of her for the last month and a half of her life. Can't go back on that now. It's on video. We're recording it. Check it out. It's on video, ma'am. But anyways, people, I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. We're going to come back strong with some more information on this case. It's an interesting one. Eye drops, bro. Eye drops. Okay. Crazy. But anyways, people, make sure you guys stay inside, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, man, love you guys. I'm out.